Good morning, everybody. And how are you faring after the wild and woolly night that was last night? And for some, a wild and woolly day today. Well, today, day 8 of our meditation for Advent, we consider the nature of the Incarnation and its meaning for the world. Most of us will, at some time, have enjoyed the spicy delight of chili con carne. Many of us will know that it literally means chili with meat. That little Spanish word, carne, goes back to the Latin, which surfaces in the English word incarnation. That's a word Christians use when we talk about the first Christmas, the awesome, mind-blowing idea that in Jesus, God was taking on human flesh. From the earliest days, the Christian church held out that Jesus of Nazareth was not simply man, but someone who was also God. Exactly what was meant was the subject of a long series of church councils over hundreds of years, in which some of the finest minds of the age debated the issue, sometimes with far more heat than light. The conclusion was that somehow, in the manner beyond precise definition, Jesus had the properties of both man and God. I don't think we should get too worried that no one has come up with a precise explanation of how it works. After all, we cannot fully understand God, our Creator, because He is infinitely superior in every way to us. Almost all carols mention the Incarnation, most expressing wonder that somehow God would consider to become one of us. Actually, the fact that the first followers of Jesus concluded that he could be worshipped as God is remarkable. The first Christians were Jews, and the Jewish religion, then as now, was committed to belief that there is only one God. At the central part of the Jewish daily worship is the phrase, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." It is a permanent reminder of the hard-learned truth that there is just one God, and that he does not share that position with anybody or anything. The extraordinary thing is that after Jesus' death and resurrection, his followers began to talk about him using language that was normally reserved only for God. Indeed, they worshipped him as God. The Incarnation, however, is not simply a hypothetical puzzle to do with the exact nature of Jesus' identity. It is astonishingly relevant. It is relevant to who Jesus is. Jesus is a mediator, someone who is the go-between. And the best mediators are those who have a foot in both camps. They speak both languages, have dual nationalities, and understand both parties. Jesus is the perfect mediator between God and humankind because he is both God and human. It is relevant what Jesus did. At the heart of Christianity is the truth that Jesus died for his followers. Now, if he was just a man, even a perfect man, that truth makes no logical sense. One human being, even a perfect one, can only die for another human being. If, however, Jesus was not just man, but also the infinite God, then his death becomes much more significant. He can die for an infinite number of people, for you, for me, for anybody else who surrenders to him. It is relevant to who he is now. Jesus has ascended into heaven, where we can pray to him. If he was just a man, it's difficult to see how that works. After all, that particular prayer channel gets a lot of traffic. But if Jesus is God, he can handle the prayers of millions. Equally, as man, Jesus can sympathize with our needs and problems. As God, he has the power to answer them. The truth that the infant cradle in the manger is in fact God is widespread throughout carols. Take, for instance, the very well-known Away in a Manger, with the phrase, "The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head." The word Lord there is a title for God. The infant asleep in the cattle trough is the maker of the universe. That is the most staggering, life-changing truth ever proclaimed. Jesus challenges us to decide. You know what's coming now, folks. So join in, sing at the top of your voice, give praise to God in the form of a child in a manger. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the bright sky looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay. The cattle are lowing, the baby awakes, but little Lord Jesus no crying he makes. I love thee, Lord Jesus, look down from the sky and stay by my side until morning is nigh. Be near me, Lord Jesus, I ask thee to stay close by me forever and love me, I pray. Bless all the dear children in thy tender care and fit us for heaven to live with thee there. And so tomorrow we consider the meaning of the Incarnation for us. But until then, joy be to you and to your family and to all those you know and love.